Hey, everybody, welcome to Sideways. It's presented by motorsport.com. If you guys have not been over there and signed up to win a brand new Yamaha 450, do it. Motorsport.com/win. You got about a week left till that closes. Also presented by Rockwell Sunglasses, Nihilo Concepts, Toyota of Redlands, Arc Levers, Rockform, and our boys at Pro Circuit. And it is fitting today that Pro Circuit is supporting this because we've got Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider Garrett Marchbanks joining us. Big G, what's up, dude? Stoked to have you on.
I'm stoked to be on here.
Listen, man, you've had a pretty awesome season. It's been a lot of fun to watch you because you're constantly on the move. And I know that's good and bad. We can get into a little bit of that, but kind of let's recap your season just to this point. We're kind of winding down here at the end of the year, but you've passed, if my math is right, about 250,000 people. Carry the one?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I haven't been trying to keep too much track of it because, like, people keep bringing it up on the weekend. I'm like, yeah, I know I pass a lot of people, and it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of annoying. I mean, my body's so sore from getting roosted every weekend. Like, finally, when I had a somewhat decent start Moto 2 this weekend, I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I won't be getting pelted as bad.
Jeez, dude, you've done so much work. You were fifth in West Coast Supercross. You got a third at Denver, second in Seattle, third in points currently right now, which is awesome. And going way back, you were the 2020 Daytona winner at Pro Circuit. You left, and now you're back again. I want to talk about that in a little bit because that's really unique. But this weekend, you were telling me a little bit at Indiana. That second moto, you finally got a good start that you've been like working on, and then you kind of got the heat, kind of got to you. You said, which is really weird.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. I think I kind of blame myself, or I do blame myself in a sense from press day. I just rode super hard all day. And yeah, just for riding hard at press, I flushed a lot of the fluids out and I tried to get everything back in me. And then practice, same thing. I was just putting, I don't know. When I feel good, I love doing a lot of laps. And yeah, I think I was just putting too much in before the actual motos counted. But no, it was just weird. Like, I'd say with 3 laps to go in Moto 1, I started to feel pretty hot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sit here in fourth, try to save some energy for Moto 2. Try to go after hopefully Vial for Moto 2 for the third overall. And yeah, I don't know. I was already kind of dealing with some hydration issues going into Moto 2 and was trying to take as much as I could. And yeah, it was going good until, I don't know, 3, 4 laps to go. And yeah, it just hit me super hard. And last 2 laps were kind of a blur. Don't really remember a crazy amount, but luckily we got all fixed up after the moto. I'm all good now. Feel good. Rode yesterday and felt great, better than I did the week going into Indy. So I think we'll be fine.
Well, that's kind of sketchy, dude. I'm glad you're all right. When you tell me you don't really remember doing the laps, it's like that means you were in a pretty ugly spot. So I'm glad you're all right, dude. Starts have been your issue all year. I talked to Mitch a little bit at Washougal about it, and I was telling him like, hey, has he tried lining up like away from kind of the spot where all the top riders would be? Like I used to do that if I had a couple seasons where my bike wasn't that good, and if I
Yeah.
started next to all the other factory guys, I was cooked. There was no way I was going to start with them. But if I started kind of wide or way inside away from them, and I could get in front of the privateer guys, then I stood a chance. Have you tried anything like that, or just kind of mixing up techniques or strategies?
Yeah, me and Brock did a lot of that during the end of Soupy, and I feel like that's what was helping my starts. A lot of the times I was just starting real far inside just because I was really good at kind of bulldogging my way through it, and I kind of just hugged inside and I'd come out pretty solid. Obviously outdoors is a bit different, and I think for me, I want to say one of the rounds I tried that, but the problem is like everyone just goes in so hot into the first turn, like you get pushed out to the so far wide, you get
Yeah.
shuffled back no matter what.
Mm.
So I've been kind of just hoping to beat some of the guys out and just hopefully manage my way to get to the inside first so I could bulldog my way in there. And I've tried that a couple times, caused me some first turn crashes, but this weekend, we tried some taller blocks during the break. We went to kind of like the Euro style. It was kind of awkward at first with how tall I am. Like my knees are all crunched up on the bike, but no, it was good. We did that. We tried some different gearing, and I feel like that's kind of the trick we're going to run the rest of the year, and hopefully it keeps working.
That's awesome. Well, it was good to see at least that one at Indiana, even though it kind of came at a bad time. Hopefully this weekend you can hit one of those again.
Yeah, no, as long as I'm top 10, I know people are like, oh, we got to get hole shots. And for me, it's like, I gotta start learning to be top 10 first, and then we'll try to go for better starts. So
Well,
yeah.
what do you weigh? I mean, most of these guys are 140 maybe, and you're what, 185?
Yeah, yeah, a little bigger guy, so it's a little harder for me to get off the gate. It's not so much off the gate; it's the first 5 to 10 feet is where they're all eating me up. Especially this weekend, they ripped it really deep. It was the deepest start out of the whole year. So,
Mm.
yeah, it was definitely hard to kind of get going once we were out there.
The SMX playoffs are coming up, and I just wanted to ask if you guys are planning on changing anything, what you thought of those hybrid tracks. Do you run more of a supercross setup and soften it, or vice versa?
Last year when I was with the team, um, heck, we kind of went in with not, I wouldn't say full supercross, but it was pretty close to what I remember. Um, yeah, we tried that, and then just on the outdoor side of stuff, it just beat you up, and you couldn't really hit the ruts properly, and you kind of really had the bulldog the bike the whole time. And some of those rounds were pretty hot, like Charlotte and Texas, so it was really hard to do that. So we kind of went softer with it. Um, I don't know. Some of the guys were running full outdoor stuff, which I was like, I'm not doing that if I'm hitting the triples and the big rhythms. But I don't know. For me, I prefer to run more in the middle of a hybrid setting instead of a full supercross setup.
Yeah, it's like they build the tracks super fast, especially like the first year, Chicago and some of those. It's like outdoor work, except they'd put in one rhythm lane where you're having to triple through. It's super steep. And I'm like, you die on outdoor stuff. So you got to run stiffer settings, but then it sucks everywhere else on the track. It's like, it makes it tough on you guys.
No, it definitely did. I remember Chicago. I mean, oh man, that was like my worst race of my life. It felt like I think I went like 12-12 or something terrible. But yeah, I couldn't figure out a setting to save my life. Like every time I'd hit the over unders, like my hands were coming off the bars because my forks would collapse, and I thought I was gonna do a front flip off of them. So
Dude,
yeah,
I,
it was
I
definitely
believe
it
it.
was hard.
I believe it. You got any plans for 2026 locked in that you can talk about? And do those include you being on a 450?
Um, yeah, we have a plan for next year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really allowed to say
Yeah,
whether or
I don't
not,
know.
but yeah, no, I mean, I'd like to wait for the team to announce it first,
Yep.
but yeah, no, I'm gonna let them do that first before I go out and just tell the world about it. So
Totally get it, dude. I'm not trying to pry there. I don't want to get you in trouble. Let's go back to Washougal. I saw you and Eli shooting a compound bow with Cam Haynes, who's a incredible dude. I'm actually reading his book right now, and you guys both stuck that target, dude, from like what 80, 100 yards out.
80, yeah, it was 80 yards.
That was badass. Do you hunt? Are you a bow hunter?
Yeah, I used to archery hunt quite a bit. I started in 2018 or 19. I started doing some mule deer hunts just from being from Utah, and then jumped straight to elk hunting. Never got any elk. Got into quite a few. It's super hard when you're doing public land. Just you have hundreds of people out there, so everything gets pushed out. But the end of 22, I dislocated and destroyed my wrist. So I actually took a year off. Didn't really do much archery hunting, and then this year I got an archery tag. Was all pumped and did my shoulder at Phoenix. So I
Mm.
didn't do any shooting besides the week going into Washougal. I shot literally like 15 arrows out of my bow. And it was just like, dude, I'm gonna get embarrassed out here in front of all these people. Like I'm gonna look like a fake hunter. And sure enough, like Cam had the bow set up super dialed, and yeah, we did some practice shots, and he was super pumped with it. He helped me out with some technique stuff, which I was super pumped about. And I've never shot farther than 50 yards. Like that was kind of my thing. Like I didn't feel comfortable killing an animal farther than that, just because I had a limit. And yeah, so when he was like, "Yeah, we're shooting 80," I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna shank this thing. Like I'm not even gonna hit it." And first shot, I smoked the balloon. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing." Like I like full on went in there like acting like I knew what to do. And he was like, there's no way that's your first time shooting 80. I was like, I swear to God, like I've never shot farther. So I was pumped about it. I was pumped. I hit every arrow into that target.
Yeah, that was sick, dude. So I got a question. If you're catching game and cooking it and eating it and stuff, what do you do to freaking tenderize it a little bit? Like I got a buddy that I bought some grass-fed, grass-finished beef from, and dude, it's like eating a leather boot. It's so tough because it's so lean. You know, there's no fat marbling in it.
Right.
What's the trick to cooking that stuff?
Man, it's been a while, but usually I'm the one in the family that cooks it. So it's kind of funny. So I found a way. I don't know, like I've noticed the older I've got, the more I like my stuff more medium rare. And a lot of people don't like it rare. That's the only way you could, I feel like, eat it now. Is
Mm,
like when I've killed my own deer, you sear it and you just have it more on the rare side. Try to keep it more medium rare. And I
okay.
do garlic, salt, and yeah, I think it's garlic, salt, and pepper, and that's all I really use. And I crush it every time. So yeah, I'll sear it and then I'll throw it on the Traeger and yeah, do it that way.
Damn, all right, I'll have to give it a try. Do you
Yeah.
tenderize it at all before you cook it?
No, I just throw
No.
straight like seasoning. I'll basically pull it out of the fridge or the freezer, and then I'll let it get the room temp. Grab a towel, wipe all the juices off of it, and then season it. And then I'll let it sit out for like 30, 40 minutes. Let it kind of marinate that way, and then preferably I do butter. So salted
Mm,
butter is always the way to
yes.
go on that.
Damn, caveman style. Just sear it and mow it down.
Yeah, that's about it.
I love it. What else do you do for fun, man? If you got no racing, no training to do, what do you go do?
I go home. I got into bass fishing quite a bit just from living at club. There was a pond right in front of my house, so I did a lot of bass fishing out there. And then when I moved back home on the off time, I was really huge just growing up into trout fishing with my dad. It was just like normal spinner rod and doing spinner baits and stuff. And some of my buddies were like, "Why don't you bass fish out here?" I'm like, I didn't really think bass fishing was that big in Utah. And he was like, "Dude, we have it all over." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So we started. I had a little John boat like from 1960 that we bought for $600, and I was like, "All right, we got to upgrade it." So we bought a duck boat and use that more for bass fishing. So we get into some pretty technical areas, and then I was like, man, we need to upgrade again. So after SMX last year, I went and bought a full bass tracker
Oh, jeez.
and just like full like step by step every year. No, that's all I do. Like every break I've had, I'll go fly home and literally just fish from 6 to sundown. And yeah, I just love bass fishing. I'll do that for like 3 days in a row and just do nonstop fishing. So I've gotten into that big time, and I'm not great at it. It takes a lot of work. There's still a lot of guys I watch. Like I'll go on YouTube and if there's a day we got skunked or didn't catch anything, I'm on YouTube searching like what should we use in this temperature of water. And yeah, I'm still learning, but I love the bass fish, love the trout fish, love camping and stuff. I have a little camping trailer I take out with a little roof tent on it, and yeah, I love doing that stuff.
Do you do any shooting, sporting clays, or anything else?
Um, Here and there. Here in SoCal, it's a little hard. I haven't really looked that much. Actually, in the corner of my bedroom, I've got a full Winchester 12 gauge duck gun with me. So I still want to go out and shoot some clays out here. But yeah, no, I'll do that every once in a while when I'm home. Did quite a bit of that when I was hurt back in 2020 and got pretty good at that. But it's just hard with the racing and the training. Like you don't really have a lot of time to do some of that stuff. And
I
a lot of
know.
times, like when you move places, like not a lot of guys do that stuff in moto. So it's hard to find a group of guys that like to do that stuff with you.
Well, dude, I just got introduced to a place up in Corona. I don't know exactly. Are you in Temecula, Murrieta? Where are you at?
Marietta. Yep.
So up in Corona, kind of between the 71 and the 91, where that big marshland area
Okay.
is a place called Rahagis. And dude, it is the most insane sporting clays spot. And they have duck hunting. You can go out on a boat in that marshland and duck hunt right there.
No way.
Yeah, I'll
Huh.
send you the link to it. It's badass. We're gonna do actually an industry sporting clay tournament, shooting tournament this fall. So I'll have to
Really?
invite you out. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
That'd definitely be fun.
Um, tell me about this. What you left Mitch's team, and I don't know all of what went down there, but I don't know, and at least in my recollection. I can't remember anybody leaving Mitch's team and then coming back. Tell me about that. Like, what happened and how did it end up that you're back there?
I mean, when I left, it was just kind of, I don't know, it was just a weird time in my life. I don't know what was going on. I didn't really talk a lot with the team back then. It was mainly my old agent I had, and it just didn't work out. I don't know, and I was really bummed on that. I really thought we had a future at the time there for a long time, and going to the club for 4 years. I think it really truly made me appreciate what I had there and what I did and didn't have. And um, I'd say after a year or two, I started talking to Mitch again, and actually, like, I talk to his kids all the time. We play Xbox together, so it was kind of funny on that side of things. And uh, yeah, we just started talking through the 23 season and outdoors. I just walk over and be like, "Hey, the guys are doing good this year," and we just kind of talk about family and little stuff like that. And yeah, 24 came around and started having some good results in Supercross, and um, yeah, we just kind of started talking here and there, and I more asked him like, "Hey, what's a chance of me coming back? Like, I wanna, make up for the lost time I had." I was like, I truly feel I've grown up, I've changed, I've done, this and that. This is my program. This is what I do, and he liked what he's seen, and he's like, I'll let you know. And I was like, all right. And they had other guys on the list, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not at the top of this list because I knew during 24 there was a lot of guys that were up that year with contracts, and I just kept in touch with them. And yeah, I think it was after I broke my thumb at Nashville. The next race was, what was that, Jersey? Yeah, he just gave me a call. It's like, hey, what do you think? Like, do you want to make it happen? I was like, yeah, you serious? Like, yeah, I'd love to do that. And yeah, we signed the deal, and yeah, I was so pumped that he like was all in about it, and he called me excited. And it wasn't like one of those deals where they're just like, yeah, we'll give you a deal and see how it goes, and be here at this time. And no, he was truly pumped about it, and I was excited. And yeah, when I came back to the team, it was just like it kind of felt like I didn't leave. Like there was a lot of
Yeah.
similar faces there, and no, it was cool. I was super pumped too that he gave me a second chance. I know there's only been a couple guys like Martine and guys like
Mm.
that, and Hill that came back a second time, and they did really good for him. So no, I'm definitely happy to be back.
You got any good Mitch Payton stories that you can
Um,
tell?
I mean, there's a like crazy amount. Like, um, I don't know. Like, I feel like I hang around Mitch a bit, but not enough to like have crazy stories or good stories. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. He's
yeah.
always been good to me. Definitely had some scary ones back in the day. Getting threatened on stuff, but those definitely were like eye openers, and we're like, man, I need to fix my stuff. But no, I mean, I honestly like after the week, I think he was a little nervous, but no, he's been good. I mean, he's always been great with me ever since I came back. So he's been great. I love Mitch. So
He's one of the best dudes in this sport. I mean, he's got a heart of gold. He's firm. He's hard on you, especially if you're not working hard. And he used to be a lot meaner. I probably sound like an old guy. It was 30 years ago that I rode for him, which is crazy to think. But like, dude, he was gnarly back then. I mean, he would. Oh man, he'd tear you up. He would
yeah,
tear you
no,
up pretty bad.
there was definitely some days back my first run. You tell he got on me pretty good, like just with lap
Yes.
times and stuff like that. And this second time around, he's been pretty good with it. I mean, I know there's a couple times. I want to say it was my first time around. Oh, what was it? He was like harping on me pretty hard about something, and I feel like he was trying to scare me or intimidate me. And I just kind of stood there, like, obviously I was nervous because it's your boss, and you just don't want to let him down. And
Yeah.
I remember he was like, "You not scared of me?" And I was like, "Don't take this route." I was like, "No." I was like, "You don't scare me like that." I was like, I have a pretty gnarly dad back home that was pretty brutal on me, and I was like, I think anything that was kind of dealt with me on that side of things, like I was kind of nonchalant about it, and I just kind of
Yeah.
took it. But I don't know. I think that bothered him a little bit that he couldn't get to me on that side of things. But I don't know. I feel like now, like the hard side of things, like yelling at me now, doesn't really do what it did as a kid. You know, it kind of almost does a reverse role. But
Yep.
I feel like on practice days though, like if I were to see him jump on me, I'd definitely be like, okay, I need to fix some stuff. So, but he's been good.
Yeah, if you're working hard, there's nobody better. I mean, he will be hard on you if he feels like he needs to, but if you're putting in the work and even if the results aren't there, he'll back you 100%. He's a great dude.
No,
Um,
he's been great.
yeah, let's get a little bit sideways here. Let's tell me a little bit about your favorite like what do you like? What's your favorite music? What kind of music you listening?
Uh, man, I'm a little bit of everything. I mean, I love country. I don't know. I always feel like every music genre kind of has its role. You know, for race day drives. Like I love like Metallica, Slipknot, Pantera. You know, on the
Oh,
rap side of things, like you know, try to think like not too much, but like Gucci Mane, 21 Savage, stuff like that. Then Toby Keith, and I like a little bit of all it all. Like I love to listen to country and stuff like that. Like when I'm back home hunting and fishing,
or
and
driving. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I like
like
that.
that side of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, like the Pantera side of it, Metallica, like I like a little bit of the scream stuff just on race day, get me all fired up, getting ready to lose it out there. So
What about movies or TV? Any series that you watch or movies you're like your go-to?
man, I haven't really like it's kind of crazy. I haven't watched TV for anything lately. Oh, what's the one TV show with Matthew McConaughey and oh, he was in a TV series. It was like is it True Detective?
Oh yeah, True
Yeah,
Detective.
yeah. I got into that super good for a bit. Dexter, Breaking Bad a little bit. Like Walking Dead was always like my go-to. You know, if there's nothing to watch, I'd be like, screw it, I'm gonna watch it. I've watched I think The Walking Dead like 3 times.
Yeah. Have you seen
Movies.
Landman or Mobland? Either of
Oh,
those?
oh yeah, yeah. So Landman when it came out, I love that show. Just it
That show's
cracked me
great.
up. It's great. It's a little out of pocket on some stuff. I'm just like I'm a little uncomfortable watching some of it. I'm like, Jesus Almighty. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
about this? The daughter or the mom? You get to take one of them out. Who is it?
I feel like they're both too nuts for me. I couldn't deal with that. Like that's too much for me. Like daughter drives me nuts. Mom is like psycho, and I'm just
Oh my
like,
God.
I
Crazy.
couldn't deal with it. I'd rather just like not deal with them. But
Okay. Let's say you have a time machine out in your garage. You invented it. It works. Where do you go and when?
oh, um, man, that's wild. I guess to the Metallica concert that was in Russia. Is that where it was at? Where
There was
yeah,
one in Russia. Yeah.
was that the one where it was like 1 million people showed up to that? Like where they held the record?
I know what you're talking about. I think
Yeah,
so.
I think I'd have to go to that. Just like old 80, like the 80s, 90s Metallica, like and all those. Like I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And to watch Pantera when they were all still alive and stuff.
That
Yeah,
would be insane.
yeah.
Okay. What about conspiracy theories? Where are you at? Let me throw some at you. Are we on a globe or is the earth flat?
I mean, we're in a globe. I mean, whoever thinks the Earth's flat, it's like psycho. Like, dude, like people that think
A
the
lot of
Earth's
people
flat.
do.
I
A
know, like,
lot of people think
I'm not gonna name people that do. Like, there's some other guys. I'm just like, dude, are you serious? Come on, bro. Use that brain you got.
I know I can't get into that one either. What about the moon landing? Do you think we drove a buggy around on the moon in the 60s?
I don't know. Like, you watch some stuff and you're kind of like, I feel like some people like debunked it and like it was fake. The show, who was the race against? Was it Russia or China? Right?
It was Russia.
It was Russia. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I want to say it was real, but I almost feel like it was fake a little bit. Like, I mean, we still struggle to do certain things now, and I'm like, how the hell were we advanced enough to do that in the '60s?
Well, I want to know how they got the buggy there. Like they show the liftoff of it taking off from the moon, and I'm like, in that little teeny thing, how'd you get that buggy here?
Yeah, that's kind of
You know what
like,
I mean?
yeah.
There's some weird stuff I don't have answers to. I don't know. What about Bigfoot? Yes or no?
Uh, I'd love to say yes, but I mean, dude, we have
So you
so
could
many
see
good,
him?
like, no, like I'd love to say yes, but I feel like we have so many good hunters that would have found them already. Like I have to say it's no, no.
I heard he's in the Wasatches and he's waiting for you with a bow. What about the Titanic? You think it hit an iceberg and sank accident, or was it on purpose?
Uh, I think it was on accident. I don't know.
Okay.
Like
All
I
right.
feel like yeah.
Okay, let's say I'm giving you 100 grand to go start a business. You got to spend it on the business. What would you start?
Like nowadays, or like where are we starting it now, today, or like in
Right
the
now.
past? Right
Nope,
now?
right now. Yep.
Oh man, start a business. I have to either go electrician, start an electrician company, or epoxy flooring. Something that's like, I don't know, like electricians just crush it. Like I feel like starting a company in that like would crush it. That, or I don't know. For me as a motocross racer, and I love to train kids, I'd probably have to do it as a training school. Like that's what I want to do when I retire. So I'd have to do it that way.
Sick. You can bring Tickle in on that. You guys would be dialed.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This one gets a little loose. You're at a WNBA game. Probably only 10 of you in the stands, but you're there. And the guy next to you pulls out a backpack and it's full of dildos. Do you throw one out on the court or not?
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna hit that Angel Reese chick because she throws bricks.
Fair enough. All right. Okay. Last question. Uh, Anybody in history, this could be alive or dead, who would you like to sit down and have a beer with?
Oh man, that's kind of wild. Trying to think. Sorry, I'm bad with names. I'm just trying to think right now. There was one I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, I had it. Um, Trying to think of artist or movie actor.
Yeah, it could be anything, dude. Singer, uh, you know, founding father, could be Jesus, could be anybody. Anybody
Yeah,
you
I
want,
mean, maybe
anytime.
Abe Lincoln. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Abe Lincoln. Maybe that'd be cool.
just
I
not at
heard.
the opera. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not there. I heard he was pretty gnarly back in the day. Maybe it'd be cool to meet him. I don't know.
That's awesome. All right. Well, listen, dude, I appreciate you taking the time. We're going to be doing this all the time. So hopefully we have you on again. We'll get some new questions for you. Um, I want to thank our sponsors, motorsport.com, Rockwell, Nihilo, Toyota Redlands, ARC, Rockform, and Pro Circuit. We appreciate their support on this. And dude, good luck the rest of the season, man. We'll be cheering for you. I'll be out at Vegas, so we'll see you there. And yeah, keep bringing it, dude. I'm
Sweet.
excited to hear what you got going for 26.
Yeah, will do. Thank you.
You got it, brother. Thanks so much. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
you too.
Cheers.